LaSalle TV welcomed tech girls into the studio this past weekend, and boy, did they leave a mark. Hello, I'm Kirsten McDonald.
And I'm Callie Montana. Is Uber and Lyft back to being legal or illegal in this city of brotherly love? Philadelphia may never know. We have all this and more coming up on LTV News, where the action never stops.
Hello and welcome to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and Olney Avenue, Philadelphia, and the world.
There's a lot to catch up on in the next half hour as Madison Elliott sits down with Katie Melito, one of the coordinators for the Coastal Development Project, in this week's interview. So let's hear the buzz around campus.
The LaSalle TV studio was buzzing with visitors this past weekend. Wafiza is here to give you the inside scoop.
Gender gap continues to affect the women in the technology field. Tech Girls is trying to put a stop to it. Tech Girls is a non-profit organization that dedicates their time to encourage middle school age girls to follow their dreams of pursuing a career in the media industry. In order to do that, they provide a variety of free workshops for the girls so they can learn about the field, gain new skills, and help them make connections with successful professionals. On Saturday, October 8th, LaSalle TV held a workshop and showed the girls what it takes to put a show together. After a little lesson and some demonstration from LaSalle TV students and the station manager, it was finally the girls' turn to take control. Everyone had opportunity to try a job for themselves, whether it was being on air, being out on the cameras, or working in the control room. The girls may not have had any experience or knowledge before the workshop, but at the end of the girls walked out of the studio with a big smile on their face, new knowledge, and experience of what it takes to put a show together. For LTV, I'm Wafiza.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I had so much fun on Saturday. I loved working with all the girls. They were so interested and motivated. Absolutely loved it.
It's awesome that you're so involved with something like this. I would have loved to have this when I was growing up. I think it's great for girls to get involved in backstage and on stage. It's a lot of fun.
And I think it, it's gives them to feel comfortable with what they want to do.
Absolutely.
And, be like, oh, okay, I can do this.
Yes. Very empowering.
Yes. It is very. Well, Late Night LaSalle will be holding spectacular events throughout the month of October. To kick off the start of the month, they had raffles at the volleyball game, some Hakoko stroll, karaoke, pumpkin decorating, a haunted house, and showing the film Ghostbusters.
LaSalle's Panhellenic Council has teamed up with the Be Positive Foundation once again. The Andrew McDonough Be Positive Foundation honors the life of Andrew McDonough, who lost his battle with leukemia in 2007. The motto is about kids helping kids fight cancer. Schools around the country team up with that foundation to create dance marathons, 5Ks, t-shirt sales, all to support the cause. The money raised provides emotional and financial support to the families of children with cancer nationwide. The Be Positive Foundation also funds childhood cancer research. This year, the Panhellenic Council here at LaSalle University will be hosting an obstacle course challenge on Sunday, October 23rd. The event is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will take place on the McCarthy Field.
Exciting things are happening on LaSalle University's campus, including new and improved updates to our quad. You'll find many of these beautiful and fun features added to every corner of the quad, starting with its main attraction in the center walkway. Here you'll find big blue and gold LaSalle flags, which surround multicolored chairs and tables, giving people a nice place to sit while admiring all of the features the new quad has to offer. Other enhancements include white lights, which are strung throughout the campus, colorful picnic chairs in the grass area, and quite possibly the biggest hit of all, the big square hammocks that are spread throughout the beautiful green lawn. These fun hammocks were quickly noticed and have caught much attention, being that LaSalle students have already begun taking full advantage of them throughout the day. These decorations have been highly anticipated and fills the heart of our campus with fun scenery for all to enjoy.
I've loved it. I mean, I've been out there every single day last week. It was absolutely beautiful weather. I was on the hammock, I was on the big lawn chairs, and it's just great to study outside, get some fresh air.
It makes it so homey, I think, and it's nice, really nice to look at. I don't know, I'm like, oh, so cute.
I also
love
the lights over by Starbucks. I got a Starbucks the other night and I sat out there and it was just so peaceful.
The lights
and
add to it, a little touch.
You would never know that you were in the city because there's so much greenery.
I know.
It's great.
It's great.
So, LaSallians connected with the community this past weekend at the shops at LaSalle. Dave and I got to join in on the fun. Hi everyone, my name is Kirsten McDonald, and today I'm at the 5th Annual Explore Your Health Community Health Fair, hosted by LaSalle University's Community Building team. Come on, let's go check it out. LaSallians and community members filled the shops at LaSalle parking lot despite the rain. Nearly 50 vendors attended the fair to share information about personal health and services. One vendor, Francine Williams, represented Youth Services Incorporated.
We cater to youth from 12 to 17 who have run away or have been put out of the home for any reason whatsoever. We provide all kinds of services. We meet the children wherever they are. Wherever the youth needs, that's what we do.
There were multiple performances throughout the day, including first place winner for Philly's Got Talent, and Love Rising, who danced to honor kids with cancer. Student athletes also got involved in the festivities by playing with the kids and face painting. I spoke with LaSalle University Director of Off-Campus and Commuter Communities, Tyrese Holmes, about her contributions to the health fair.
Well, I am the co-chair of the committee, so I do everything just to tie everything together. So I work with everyone, working with Dennis that does the vendors, getting more of our community members to come out, marketing, as well as going to the elementary schools that are around here. But we really just work as a cohesive group to really make a big effect on our community and engage them. And this is one of the best days that in the semester that I have.
On the Christian Brother tradition of service, they are collecting toiletries for Face-to-Face Soup Kitchen located in Germantown. The community needs deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, toothbrushes, socks, and more. It does not matter the brand or size, any contribution will make a difference. If you would like to donate, you can drop off your items in the boxes found at the Student Health Center. They will be accepting donations till mid-November.
During spring break and early vacation, many students will be going on a service trip to lend a hand to help people in need. The coordinator for this new trip, the Coastal Development Project, joined Madison Elliott in the studio. Check it out.
Hello, I'm Madison Elliott here, and thanks for joining me. Today I'm sitting down with Katie Miladeo to talk a little bit about one of the newest service trips here at LaSalle. So Katie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing. You brought a new trip to LaSalle that's going over spring break, I believe?
It's summer.
Summer,
after
okay.
graduation.
Oh, that's exciting. So tell us a little bit about it.
So it's Coastal Development Project, and what it is we're going to Louisiana for a week to plant marsh grass. So we're only doing that for like 2 to 3 days, but what we're going to do is we're going to be like waist deep in a marsh, which will be interesting, very wet and dirty. And we're going to be planting marsh bulbs, which helps rebuild the land. It provides habitats for fish, because that's where some of our biggest fisheries are down there, and we're losing them. And it's supposed to help like with hurricanes and different storms, like stop flooding, which is really good. With like Hurricane Matthew, it didn't hit that area specifically, but just with Baton Rouge and everything. So we're going to be doing like hopefully some good work that'll actually help them in some way. So it's good. We're excited.
Yeah, so you were talking about how it's important you go down there. So why that area specifically? Like what part of Louisiana are you going to?
It's about an hour from Lafayette, which doesn't really mean anything to me. I'm not entirely sure where that is in the like relation. It's like 3 hours from New Orleans, but so they're losing, I think I read somewhere it's like a football field size of marshland, like an hour.
Wow.
Which is insane. There are already like climate refugees from that area that we have to resettle just because of the massive loss, which is like devastating because you lose culture that way. You lose like just production. People's lives are like being destroyed. So it's just trying to help build that back up for them.
And what are you working with a nonprofit while you're down there?
We're working with the Coalition to Restore Coastal Louisiana. And then we're doing that 2 to 3 days. And then from there, we're thinking of going back into New Orleans to do more work with the environment. But we're not sure. We're looking at a few options. There's one, it's called Grow Dat, I believe. And it's works with like high school students to talk about like urban farming and how like you can grow stuff even though you are in a city, not like a farm area, and it's supposed to educate people and stuff like that, which is really
so
cool.
you're moving around from city to
so
city.
We're gonna spend like 3 days. I think it's in like Vermilion Bay area,
Okay.
and then we're gonna be moving back to New Orleans.
And how far apart are those, do you
I think
know?
it's like 3 hours.
3 hours, so you'll
Yeah.
be driving.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we're gonna have 2 different places we're staying, and we're just still sorting everything out. But we're like hoping for maybe like a state park for one, which will be really cool.
Yeah,
but
that's very exciting.
We're not sure yet.
And that must be hard. I mean, no one's ever gone on this trip before. It's completely new. You know, what is it like bringing a new program into LaSalle?
It's a little crazy and a little scary because we're hoping everything goes smoothly. We're still like trying to get in contact with different places to figure out where we're staying and like what days are good to go down there. So we're like hoping everything works out. I mean, like it will by then, but we're just, it's been a process just getting in contact with people, making sure dates are good because we don't like have any backup plan or like what people have done in the past. So, but hopefully like next year when people plan it, they'll have like a nice backup. They'll be like, okay, we've stayed here, they know us. So it's just building relationships with people.
You've laid down the groundwork and
we're making it work. We're trying.
That's awesome. And you only just found out that you were going to coordinate this and that this was happening. A lot of trips knew back last spring, but you just found out in August,
So
right?
Nicole, she had been planning it with Sean for, I think since about last semester over the summer. They found this organization, and Sean was like, great, Nicole, you're coordinating it, and I'll just find someone else. So it was like the last week of August, she was like, hey, Katie, you want to like do this with me? And I was like, yes. So I just found out super recently.
And Nicole she's the other coordinator,
Yeah.
Nicole Salfi.
Yep.
She's a senior here at LaSalle.
Yeah, senior bio major.
Okay.
Super
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you were telling me you were a religion major. So tell me how this ties into social justice, because that's a big part of the service trips here at LaSalle, learning about social justice, big part of the LaSallian immersion volunteer experience. Tell me a little bit about social justice and what you're doing down there, how that plays into that.
So I think the way that mainly for me it's playing in is I think it's a sort of everything's connected, and we have like a hierarchy where we've sort of placed humans at the top of like we're the most important, but it's bringing us back down and helping even like different ecosystems, the animals, stuff like that. But it's also at the same time still helping the community, but it's in a way that we're bringing them, like they're inviting us in to let us help them, and we're not like being like, here, this is what we're doing for you. We're just sort of like doing what we can to assist them instead of being like, oh, we're saving you. As Nicole said at our info session, savior complexes are bad. So we're not being like, this is what we're doing for you, but we're trying to help in any way we can, which is good.
And how do you think, you know, or what do you want students to bring back from that experience? How do you think they can use what they learned down there here in Philadelphia?
I think we want them to kind of come back with a more passion for the environment and just ways they can bring it here and ways to stop like pollution, or even with the Camden trip, we're hoping to pair up with them because they do a lot with the environment too. So we're hoping we can work with them for stuff like environmental racism, stuff like that. Just ways we can bring it here, bring it back to Philly. We're hoping that we'll have some, we're even working with SEA and ECO, doing the community garden. We're hoping that we can definitely have it rooted here as well as down there.
And will you be doing any service opportunities before you leave for the trip to prepare students?
We're hoping to, we're still working everything out, but we have plans with them. We're like, we're gonna do something, we're just not positive yet, but it's in the works.
And when you're down there, tell me one fun thing that you're hoping students to experience the culture in New Orleans. You know, it's so much fun.
Nicole and I have been hyping up pelicans a lot. So my like secret goal is that we like meet a pelican, and I'm like, we're gonna pet them. But
do they like to be pet? Is that dangerous? I don't
maybe.
know.
I know one of the participants of the trip had like her po' boy stolen by a pelican once while she was down there.
Oh no, that's so sad.
So I don't know if they're actually friendly, but like in my heart, they're like, yes, pet me. So we will see. So that's
well, let's hope they're friendly. And
I'm
nice
hoping they're like, yes, we love humans, but we'll see.
We'll see. Well, thank you so much, Katie,
thank you for
joining
me.
us and telling us a little bit more about this experience. It sounds awesome, and good luck with planning it. So thank you guys for joining us. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
I love how they're adding all new service trips. I know they have this one and then also 2 more. So I like the different variety.
It's great. It's exciting. Service trips are so LaSallian, and the girl who visited us, she was absolutely awesome, so passionate about the trip, which is exciting to see.
That's what you like to see, people who want to do this and they're happy doing it, not just, oh, it looks good, I'll do it. But you could tell she definitely wanted to do it.
Absolutely.
Loves having, you know, going on a service trip and just loves doing this stuff.
I'd love to speak to the coordinators of the other 2 new service trips as well. Hopefully we can get them in the studio soon.
Agree with you. Well, it's time for our first commercial break, but when we come back, we'll tell you all about your new fall plans and give you a look at the Paws for Life dog walk. Stay tuned.
I think that a healthy body image means that, you are comfortable being the best you that you can be.
I think it's also part of the mental mind and how a person feels that they're perceived, because if they're confident, it's going to show in the way they act, how they dress.
If you're happy with how you look, you're comfortable, that means you're happy and you're healthy.
My ideal body image would be one where someone's healthy and happy.
If you or someone you know is struggling to maintain a healthy body image, visit the National Eating Disorder Association's website at www.nedawareness.org.
Philadelphia has officially banned Uber and Lyft from city limits until further notice. This push comes from the taxi cab industry. The industry filed a lawsuit against Philadelphia Parking Authority, stating that they did not regulate the apps. This caused a 50% decrease in taxi cab revenue. Uber says it will continue to provide service to riders and looks to state legislator for further guidance.
Okay. Taxi cab industry, stop it. I don't even like taking a taxi.
I'm pretty fired up about this one. I mean, taxi cabs are out of style now. That's just not what you do, and I think it's natural that the industry is on the downsurge.
I would rather get into an Uber or Lyft than a taxi. I'm sorry.
It's so much more convenient.
Something just like freaks me out about taxis. It sounds
easier,
crazy, but
it's faster. It's more reliable, so.
I feel like it's also easier.
I agree.
But
I agree.
With the cooler temperatures coming our way, it seems like fall is finally here. To celebrate, Linville Orchards has opened their annual Pumpkin Land in Delaware County. The orchards boast 300 acres of farmland and has hundreds of different pumpkins in many shapes and sizes. The festival also has plenty of scarecrows, hay rides, live music, and shops as well. This is perfect for the whole family. On October 30th, Linville will host their annual costume parade, where prizes will be awarded to the best costumes. A complete list of events is available on Linville Orchard's website. Pumpkinland is currently in full swing and will operate through November 6th.
For all the movie lovers out there, you are in luck. The Philadelphia Film Festival is making its way back to the city of brotherly love for the 25th time. From October 20th to the 30th, festival goers can expect some movie screenings, special events, parties, and Oscar-winning guests. Different events will be held at different places around the city, so make sure you check out thefilmadelphia.org for details. Tickets and reservations are free.
So are you gonna maybe go to the film festival?
I'd love to go. I love their pun, Philadelphia.
I mean, that's perfect. Have you ever been to the film festival before?
I haven't. I've never even heard of it, to be honest, so it's pretty exciting.
Same. I mean, I know a lot of my friends said they might be going, so maybe I'll try to tag along with them. But I know like a lot of people, like comm majors, are really into it, so
yeah,
it should be
it'd
exciting.
be a great way to get involved.
Yep. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and to kick it off in high gear, the cancer support community of Greater Philadelphia held their Pause for Life dog walk. Dana Pecora had the opportunity to go and check it out.
The Cancer Support Community of Greater Philadelphia held their 18th annual Pause for Life dog walk on October 1st to help raise money and awareness for children and adults who are living with cancer. People of all ages came together along with their fluffy companions for a nice 1-mile walk at the Warminster Community Park. I was able to hear from a few people on what they love most about the dog walk.
Getting so many people to come out for such a good cause, and they really seem to be excited about coming, even in weather like this.
It's not only bringing your dog here, it's building awareness for our organization and the programs that we provide.
I know that there's a lot of organizations that collect money for research, but I don't think there's all that many that give support to the victims and their families, which I think is really important too.
After everyone completed the walk, it was then time for the big fun to continue for the owners and their dogs. After the walk, they had plenty of vendors giving out many treats for those rambunctious dogs, as well as adoptions and accessories that people could buy. In addition, they had tons of raffles, food, and entertainment for all to enjoy. The big hit was McGruff, the crime dog who put on a little show for everyone. The fun and cuteness didn't stop there. They had a dog contest for best costume, sloppiest kisser, owner and dog lookalike, as well as many others. The Pause for Life walk ended in a success and left the owners and even the dogs with a smile on their face.
Want to take a trip to Iceland? Then get ahead and start packing your bags, because next spring, Philadelphia will be getting a brand new nonstop service flight to Iceland. People interested in going to Iceland will depart from Philadelphia International Airport and arrive in Iceland's capital. The trip will take only 5.5 hours. The average airfare for round trip will be between $700 and $1,000. The first flight to Iceland will depart from Philadelphia International Airport on May 30th. From there on out, it will operate 4 days a week on Wednesdays, Saturdays, Fridays, and Sundays during the spring, summer, and fall to see how successful the new flight is.
Coming up after this last commercial break, we'll take a look into why clowns are becoming a huge controversy.
Hey, did you hear what happened to Derek this weekend?
Yeah, I can't believe his friends just left them there. Did they not see how sick he was?
I guess they didn't want to get in trouble for like underage drinking, and like they probably thought they would get like arrested or something, but still.
Well, there is this thing called the Medical Amnesty Act.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
Well, basically, if your friend is drinking underage, you could help them out without getting in trouble if they need medical attention.
Oh, so it makes people more willing to help people who might have alcohol poisoning and not worry about getting in trouble.
And it can save so many lives.
Yeah, definitely.
The Center for Disease Control reports that on average, alcohol is a factor in over 4,358 deaths in young people under 21. This number can be greatly reduced with responsibility, the Medical Amnesty Act, and the understanding that helping a friend is the most important thing.
Hurricane Matthew wreaked havoc in the Caribbean and up the eastern coast of the United States to the Carolinas. Devastating flooding forced 3,000 North Carolina residents into shelters, and 1,000 people needed to be rescued, according to authorities. Hurricane Matthew killed at least 17 people throughout North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. The storm took its largest toll down in the Caribbean. Matthew tragically killed hundreds, primarily in Haiti. Haiti's Civil Protection Service said over 330 people died from the hurricane. President Obama and other organizations are working to send resources and help to the affected people of the country. The Washington Redskins extended a helping hand, flying players down to Haiti with clean water and other resources.
Trouble for Trump. On Friday, a 2005 video of the presidential nominee, Donald Trump, was released where Trump was seen describing lewd behavior and language with a married woman. Trump has since apologized for the remarks, saying they were just words. On Sunday, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton debated at Washington University in St. Louis in the second presidential debate. The debate was a town hall format with questions coming from undecided voters in the audience. Tensions between Trump and Clinton flared when Trump said he will have a special prosecutor look into her, quote, looking into her situation, end quote, when he wins in November. Tuesday was the final day to register and vote. The next presidential debate will be on October 19th in Las Vegas.
In bizarre news from around the nation, clowns have given Americans quite the scare. Lately, there has been multiple reports in the U.S. about strange clown sightings that have been giving people the creeps. These reports started earlier back in August in South Carolina. There have been many videos of clown sightings posted on social media showing people in the woods dressed in a clown costume with very unsettling masks. Some even carried around weapons with them. It seemed like a prank at first, but now police have taken the issue seriously and have been making arrests to any clowns-related disturbance.
So when I first heard about this, I kind of shrugged it off and laughed. Right. But it has been a serious issue with offenses and violence. It's not good.
It's getting scary now, and honestly, I was never afraid of clowns. I had nothing against clowns.
Yeah.
Now, I got a big problem with them.
It's getting scary, yeah.
Halloween, though, I feel like that's going to be very scary because you're not going to know. I mean, look, most of this is not any harm, but there is some who, I mean, it's harmful, and you know, this isn't something to joke around with.
Not at all. I mean, I think it's going to be definitely scary on Halloween because you can't tell the difference between someone dressing up for the holiday or someone wandering around kind of wanting to cause harm. It's scary.
And I know that they said more police will be out, you know, just monitoring.
It's a shame. It's a shame that such a fun holiday has to be disturbed like this.
Exactly.
So, New Jersey no longer has the second lowest gas taxes in the country. On October 7th, New Jersey jumped to the 7th highest gas tax state. The price increased by 23 cents. This marks the first gas tax increase in New Jersey since 1988. However, Pennsylvania and New York still rank higher in gas taxes. New Jersey lawmakers say that the increase will finance an 8-year, $16 billion transportation fund to pay for roads, bridges, and rail projects. The change will go into effect on November 1st.
Well, that just about does it for this episode, but be sure to find us on the web as well as the rest of LaSalle TV on our Facebook page. We love to hear your thoughts, so tweet us using our Twitter handle and start the conversation.
If you missed the scoop and want to see it, you can find episodes on YouTube on our LaSalle TV Philly page.
So until next time, for Kirsten, Dave, Madison, Corey, Steve, and the entire crew, I'm Callie Montana. Thanks for watching LTV News, where the action never stops.